scarf. Y'all like what it's giving? Little baby hairs. You know, I tried to do a little razzle dazzle today. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, so as y'all know, I got my notes. We about to really get into some things. But first, let me do my intro. Hey everybody, welcome to Balanced and Rooted. This is my channel where we are going from the hood to the country. I'm giving you real life, real growth, and real life lessons, okay? So tap in and let's flourish together. Alright, so today's video we are talking about boundaries. Whoo! Yeah, I had to do that sigh of relief. Boundaries, healthy boundaries. And of course I had to take my notes and I had to get my blanket, child, because we about to get into some things. Alright, so listen. Boundaries help you protect your peace and your energy, okay? It is necessary. Necessary. Okay? So listen. Growing up, I'll be honest with you. I did not have boundaries. I was not taught boundaries, okay? I had no idea what a boundary was, what it meant. Yeah. Sad but true. So as I became older and dealing with people, I understood that boundaries are necessary, and it's necessary for you to let a person know what your boundaries are, okay? If you do not let them know your boundaries, they will step all over you. So again, we're marching into growth this month, and boundaries is a important step, important goal for you guys to understand and implement. So if you constantly feel drained, frustrated, overwhelmed, it might be that you are not setting boundaries with family, friends, co-workers. All of these sets of people need to have boundaries, okay? So let's talk about, I'll give y'all an example. Okay, so boundaries with family, right? For me, I'm the oldest, so I'm always the go-to person. I'm always, you know, Tasha got it, Tasha can help, she's willing to help, and because I've always been that person that has always been a helpful person. I don't mind answering the phone. You need something, like, I got you. If I got it, you got it type of thing, okay? And I had to come to realize that growing up, because I wasn't taught boundaries, I'm so giving that I was giving too much. I was giving too much of myself, okay? I was people pleasing. I knew at certain points I didn't have it, but I know in my mind I felt like I needed to help that person. So, okay, I can figure out a way to get it. Let me help this person. Let them borrow this. Let me give them this. I was always that type of person. And when you are that way, you get used up, because no matter what family member, if they need it and you say yes, they're not thinking about how is it gonna affect you. They're thinking about, I need this, I'm gonna hit you up, you said yes, okay, cool, boom. They're not thinking about the extra to it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to set boundaries where, okay, if I know good and well I can't help right now, I got my own stuff going on, I need to say no. It's okay to say no, okay? So for me, I had to recognize that, I had to understand that, and I had to learn to set boundaries for myself with my family, okay? So for me, how I recognized I needed to set boundaries was I always felt like I was obligated to say yes. Again, I'm the oldest. We don't have a big family, so I'm like, if somebody needs something, like if I can't help them, who they gonna go to? If I can't give them advice, who they gonna go to? Like, that was just my thought process. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I felt that way. So I was like, man, I gotta help. I gotta answer my phone. I gotta, you know, get them this advice. I gotta figure this out for them. I gotta research this for them. I gotta help them do this. No, I shouldn't feel obligated to have to help another adult. that's just what it is. So if I got the time, if I got the effort and the energy or the funds, yes, I can help you. But if I don't, I'm not gonna stress myself out to help myself and then help you, okay? When you start having resentment towards people taking advantage, and when I say taking advantage, that's kind of like it is taking advantage, but in my mind, I kind of have to take accountability, right? So if you know somebody asked to borrow some money and you know you don't really got it, and you ain't got no business letting them borrow it, right? So is it really taking advantage? But at the same time, if that person knows that you don't really have it and you're struggling, or you gotta pay this or you gotta do that, and you know, whatever the case may be, should they really be asking you for it, knowing your responsibilities? So that's kind of where I phrase it as taking advantage of, because if you know I have these responsibilities and I have this set of stuff going on, why would you even ask or put me in that predicament to where I had to make the decision to give you that when you know I got this going on, okay? So, the last thing, when you don't have time for yourself. It was a point in my life where everybody was calling me for advice. Hit me up, Tasha. And I was giving out advice, and I was on the phone so much. I hate being on the phone, by the way. I hate being on the phone all day. I'd rather text. I hate being on the phone. So people calling and they want advice, and I'm willing to give it, but at the same time, I don't have enough energy to fuel myself. I don't have enough energy to fuel my husband, my daughter. I don't have enough for them because I'm giving it all to other family members that are asking for advice. Sometimes you gotta learn when to say no. That goes into that people pleasing that I'm talking about. So, listen, I know I'm talking to somebody. I done already got my healthy boundaries in order. So, these are just lessons that I have had with myself, but I'm trying to pass it along, okay? So, there are different type of boundaries. So, we got time, what I just talked about. Calling for advice, listen. If I know that I don't want to be bothered after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, if I know that my job don't need to be calling me after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, time boundaries, whether it's with work, personal, co-worker, family member, it don't matter. Your cutoff time is your cutoff time for you to have your personal time, okay? Emotional. It's not your responsibility to fix everybody's problem. It's not. Their problem is not your problem. Yes, it's cool if you're willing to help, but don't let it impede with you, your mental health in your life, okay? Number 3, physical. So, a lot of people like to, give hugs, kiss on the cheek, or what have you. You don't have to be physically available to anyone that you don't want to be physically available to. So if you don't want to give a hug, you don't have to give a hug. If somebody walk up to you and they want to it's okay to back up. It's okay to not let somebody in your personal space. It's okay. And if somebody feels some type of way about it, then that's when the conversation comes. That's my boundary. I don't want to hug you. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to assert yourself and assert your boundaries, okay? And last but not least, digital. So if somebody texts you, if somebody write a comment on your post, you are not obligated to respond right then and there. You respond when you're ready to respond. Now, I'm not saying somebody texts you today and then you respond a month later. Now, there's a bit much. But I've had instances personally where people have texted me and like 1 hour has went past and they texted me or calling me, hello. Listen, baby, I'm not obligated to respond right away. When I respond to you, I respond to you. I might not feel like having that conversation right now. You're not going to guilt trip me and you're not going to force me into responding to you if I'm not ready for that conversation. My boundary is set. take it or leave it. Really, it is what it is, because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You feel me? So, those are the different types. Time, emotional, physical, and digital types of boundaries, okay? So, how to enforce your boundaries without feeling guilt. I personally had to work on this for a long time, okay? So, this is what I started doing. I started just doing basic statements. I can't commit to that. I'm sorry, I can't do that. That doesn't work for me. Those are the type of phrases that I use to not be like, nah, hell nah, I'm not about to do that. Like, no. I just phrased it in that type of way of, you know, being nice, but being stern with what I'm not willing to do. Okay? Because it's gonna be different. When you first transition into setting boundaries, people are not used to you doing that. They're not. So it's gonna be a shock to them. They're gonna be like, wait, what's happening? So you're gonna have to find a way for you not to feel guilty, and you're gonna have to find a way for you to say what you wanna say and keep it moving, because it's a non-negotiable. Boundaries are not negotiable, okay? So, no, I can't commit to doing this for you. No, I can't talk right now on the phone. I'm sorry, I can't do this for you right now. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. It's not a, well. That is the end of the conversation, and you have to be stern and assert yourself in that way, okay? It's going to be hard in the beginning. It is, because you're going to feel, man, no, don't do that to yourself. If you do that to yourself, you're doing a disservice to yourself. You shouldn't have to have extra responsibilities because you feel guilty about setting boundaries. That's not how that works, okay? Number 4, kind of what I was talking about, dealing with the pushback. People are going to resist, so you got to stand firm in what it is that you believe, okay? And last but not least, the benefits of setting boundaries is peace, is your mental health, okay? It's having better relationships. It's letting people know that they cannot play with you, okay? Like, they can't take advantage of you. They can't play with you. Your mental health is worth it. Your peace, your love for yourself is worth it by setting boundaries and letting people know what they can and cannot do with you, okay? So, boundaries are not about shutting people out. Boundaries are about setting a goal for yourself, setting peace for yourself, setting mental health standards for yourself. And if you can't do that, then you need to reevaluate a lot of things. So setting boundaries is so important. So guys, let's use setting boundaries as one of our first goals for marching into growth. And please let it be something that you work on, and let it be something that you can identify within yourself and make better, okay? So thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can write down below what it is that you have or that you are going to set boundaries for, or that you have set boundaries for, and how has it worked for you, okay? Love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.